Hey guys, welcome back to Beach and Fishing, my site and channel aimed at everything to do with fishing. As I always say, I'm not an avid fisherman, I'm just someone who enjoys it and loves writing about it and try and do it as often as possible. And today we're going to talk about my 3 best fish filleting knives. So fish filleting knife, big long sharp knife that we use to remove the fillet from the fish. You can effectively use any sort of knife that you like for fishing. The thing is though, the more flexible, the narrow it is, the better it seems to work. So this is the option I've got, which is made of stainless steel, plastic rubbery handle, nice and flexible. The only problem with it is that I've actually ruined this, and you can, if I pull that up close, you can see the serrated edges there. That's because I lost my general one and started using this one, so I bashed it on trying to cut up fish, cut up bait, cut line, cut seaweed off the line, so on and so forth. So my recommendation off the top is to use one knife for filleting and one knife for general fishing. So I've broken that command, but in time, this one still works. I mean, I filleted a fish with the other day. Next time I catch a fish, I'll do a video on how to fillet a fish. Hopefully I'll do it properly. But yeah, so this one still works, but that's what we're dealing with here. Now, before I go through my recommendations, I just want to go through with you what you should be looking for before you purchase a good filleting knife. First one is composition. This one's stainless steel. I rinse it every time I use it, but I'm not always as fastidious with it. It's a little bit of a corrosion spot on top there, but this one's been dropped in salt water. It's been around in salt water its entire life. It sits on the back of my kayak. It's got a sheath with a little clip on it, so I just sit it in the back of my kayak, or it sits on the beach. I'm actually not really good with this one. I don't look after this as well as I do my other fishing gear, that's for sure. But composition, stainless steel. You can get some ceramic ones. I haven't had good feedback on them. If you're looking at a high carbon, stainless steel is the best quality. That's what the chef knives and that start to get into. I mean, if you want to pay an exorbitant amount and get into the high-end Japanese knives, well then, whatever them high-gain steel, I think they make their knives and stuff out of, you can go for that as well. But in general, nice stainless steel build. Flexibility, the more flexible the better. I've seen guys, and they've got the point at the end. I like the point at the end because I can sort of stab in and cut and get across. I was watching a guy on YouTube the other day. He had like a bread knife, really skinny and flat, and he was go straight up and down. So his knife was obviously very, very sharp. So flexibility, sharpness. You'll see sharpness measured in degrees. Between 12 and 17, my research found, although one of the ones I recommended below had between 16 and 18. A lot of them will say razor sharp edges. Look for how they recommend to be sharpened. Most of them will tell you not to use a steel or anything, because especially the razor sharp ones, because it just means you top the edge. You sort of need to hone them on a piece of leather or the like to just keep that edge on them. But as I say, and basically the length depends on the type of fish you're catching. And if you've got one that long, that's fine. But if your fish is that wide, you need it to get through the end so you can sort of hold it and just slide down. So make sure that you've got a knife that's long enough to meet that. What else we got? The handle. This one's a plastic. Most of the more budget options are a good rigid plastic. Some are a rubber type thing that's non-slip. If you get into the higher end models, they've got almost like the chef's knives, the 3 tags in there that sort of hold the wooden or the rubberized handles on. Apart from that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a nicer knife. But with your fishing options, as I say, flexible, long enough to cover the height or width of the fish, and nice and sharp. The sharper the knife, the easier it is to fillet. So let's have a look at the 3 options I've come up with then. Everything I've talked about is here within my post, so you can have a look through all that as you go through. There's my one that I use. There's a ruined edge from using it for other stuff. So the first one I got here is the Cast King 9-inch. It's got lengths from 5 to 9. It's a razor edge. They didn't give me the degrees of sharpness, but it did say in the questions that it is a razor edge. Won't hold the edge. You'll need to use the hone. I think they call it hone. Let me double check my wording there to make sure I've got that right. Hone. Yeah, you hone it. So you sort of slide it along the leather, those leather belts and the like, to keep them at that sharpness. This one, yeah, German stainless steel, 5 to 9 inch, razor edge, slip-proof polymer, rubberized handle. Comes with a sheath as well. And it's a good price and lots of reviews and good option there. So that's our first one. Second one, we're starting to get into the higher level there. The picture hasn't come up there, but you can see the picture of it up the top here. So it's starting to get into the chef type thing. Nice, long, slender stainless steel blade. What do we look at? HRC premium grade German steel, 7 inch, 16 degree razor sharp edge, 3 rivet was a word I was looking for, packwood handle. It's got a protective leather sheath, perfectly balanced, and if you're looking for a little bit of quality overpriced, for a little bit of quality for a good price, this one's quite a good option. As I say, that one doesn't come up there, but it was around, what was that? That one was around $55 for that one, if you wanted to have a look at that one. So it was a good, really good filleting option. And then finally we get to the Delstrong fillet knife, 7% flexible blade, German 8C carbon, high carbon stainless steel, 16 to 18 degree. That's, remember before I said 12 to 17 in my research, but 16 to 18's okay. 7 inch, 3 rivet G10 handle. It's got 2 sheaths, one for outdoor and one leather one. Again, perfectly balanced. Heat treated and hand sharpened. If you really want a good quality fillet knife for a decent price, obviously one you're not going to use while you're out fishing, but you get your fish home, fillet them there, or you can fillet them down at the water's edge, just don't use it for anything else. This one would be a really good option. Delstrong is a well-known brand, used by professionals as well. So, and that one's a little bit more expensive too. Okay guys, that's it. That's my 3 best fish filleting knives for you to choose from. As I say, depends what you want to use for. If you really want a good quality knife, then I would go the higher options, although you have got those more cost-effective options there as well. Don't use it for general fishing. Keep an eye out my post, because I have done another post for general fishing knives, so the ones you use for cutting bait and cutting line and all that sort of stuff. So keep an eye out for that. And also electric filleting knives I come across. I'll do a post for that as well. Keep your eyes peeled for electric filleting knives. Maybe a good gift idea. Okay guys, thanks for that. Hope that was helpful. If you're watching this with YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel below. If you're watching within the post and you have any experience with different types of knives, what knives work well for you, what don't, brands, how you care for it, what you've used it for, I'd love to hear from you below. Let me know. That's it. Thanks for that. Happy fishing. Chat to you soon. Bye.